Oh my god, you guys look amazing! Wow! Hello and welcome to Gecko Tarot and welcome to this 7 chakra reading. So, this is a reading for the general message of each chakra and what it is we need to know at this particular juncture in time and space. It doesn't matter when you look at this video, it will be relevant to you, as is the nature of multidimensionality. Every point in time and space is interconnected. So this is the joy of synchronicity and coming across videos when you need them, So I hope it serves that way. I have drawn 7 spirit animal cards and there will be a chakra stone. So let us look at the cards. Which ones do you resonate with? Which chakra do you want to check out? You might want to check out all of them, but there may be one particularly because this will be a long video. So which ones? Let us take a peek. All right. So we'll just get that focus going. Come on. Focus. Focus. There we go. So this is the crown chakra. We're going top to bottom. Crown chakra, the spirit hawk with the amethyst. I'll just cover that. See if you resonate with that. Then we have the butterfly. Transformation is beautiful. This is for the third eye with Lapis Lazuli. And this is amethyst, the stone there. Next we have the throat chakra. Oops. There we are. See the big picture. Ooh, it's going to be interesting to see what comes up with that one. And then we have the heart. Whoopa. Oh, pardon, sorry, everything's mirrored on my end. Beaver spirit. Lay a solid foundation. And we have the rabbit spirit for the solar plexus. This is some yellow opal. And then we have the sacral chakra. With some orange jasper. That might be carnelian. No, that's orange jasper. And then we have some red jasper and iron for the root chakra. The bee spirit. Sweet. What does it say? Sweet. Sweetness awaits. These are the 7. See which one you resonate with. And I will put the times in the comments below. I'll see you very soon. And welcome to the realm of the crown. This is the hawk spirit. Just get some light on that. Hawk spirit. The amethyst. Amethyst. Let us take a little peekaboo at the hawk spirit and what this majestic, beautiful animal has to say to us. All right. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details, observes the rain and the pond as well as the cloud, and doesn't miss anything. When hawk spirit arrives, you are called to pay close attention to the messages from spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk spirit asks you do not dismiss the signs that spirit is sending you to guide you. Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song, or coming across the same symbol here, there, in strange places? Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyrics pertaining to your query, or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates, or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you and connect with their symbolism. Spirit wants to communicate and reach out again and again. When Hawk's spirit appears, it is a sign to listen. Protection message. Are you noticing red flags? Perhaps saying to yourself, "Oh, what pretty flags," and giving them no more thought? Hawk's spirit has arrived to tell you to stop and listen to the messages from Spirit. Take the time to observe the patterns you are seeing and do not dismiss your intuition. Even if the messages you receive are not supported by evidence in the physical world, if it feels illogical to listen right now, listen anyway. Sometimes you may want certain signs and messages to mean what you want them to mean. Interpreting through the lens of wishful thinking, a projection of your desire to see things a certain way. Of course, when you do that, you rarely find yourself where you want to be. Take heart. Spirit loves you so much and does not want you to get hurt, but to align with Spirit's plan for your highest good. Listen and follow the signs. Check your motives when you are being selective with your hearing. Powerful message from the Crown. So, let us draw some tarot cards and see what else we can elaborate for this crown chakra. We'll draw 3 cards. All right. 2 of Wands, Page of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles. This is reiterating what those beautiful words just said. The 2 of Wands, Page of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. It really is about listening to the sparks, the synchronicities that were talked about. Spark something within us, and it's important to identify what those sparks are and to nurture the impulse that it brings within us, because they are asking us to surrender to divine will and to move in alignment with the higher vision. Think of our crown chakra like being at the top of a mountain. When you're at the top of the mountain, you can see everything that's going on below the mountain, and at the bottom of the mountain would be the root chakra. And it is from that perspective you will be able to see the obstacles and navigate around them. These synchronicities are exactly that. They are helping you to navigate around things you're not going to be able to see if you ignore them. So the message here is to listen and to respect the interconnectivity between yourself and your outside reality. Begin to appreciate that what is outside of you is you. And synchronicity is actually a form of self-love, divine self-love. And I invite you to practice feeling that. Just as an experiment, be like, look at something outside of yourself and try to imagine that that is you. And that's the message for the crown. Die, baby. Let's do it. Here we have the butterfly. The butterfly transformation is beautiful, with this beautiful piece of Lapis Lazuli. Although I'll try and get the light on here. Oh, it's not going. There we go. Lapis Lazuli. The butterfly. All right. What does the butterfly have to say? Transformation is beautiful. Joy and the beautiful lightness of being alive and creative in the world is the focus when butterfly spirit flutters before you. Transformation is inevitable as you grow into your most beautiful and powerful self. Indeed, you will go through some uncomfortable stages as you let go of the forms of your life that no longer fit the new you. Even relationships must go through shifts to match your new emerging self. If you focus on the beauty and not the challenges, stop taking yourself too seriously and choose to be playful, loving, and joyous. You will soon know the miracle your soul wants to experience through you. Today is a day of joy, so alight, look around and see the beauty that is everywhere and in everyone, including you. Protection message. Transformation does not have to be as traumatic or dramatic as things may seem to be right now. Remember, change is the only true constant. When you resist it, you create a tension within you as you refuse to accept the inevitable. In this moment, you may have forgotten the beauty and joy of life as it moves through its seasons, as nature dictates. You are being faced with a choice now. You can struggle with the current conditions, refusing to surrender and see through the lens of lack and loss, or you can surrender to the grace that is calling you to allow life to take its course, moving through the sadness and disappointment. Surrender will soften you, inviting you to bask in gratitude and see through the lens of curiosity. These are the keys to turning into the infinite potential available to you now. Butterfly Spirit knows the beauty and delight you are on the brink of discovering. You're on the brink. Let go and trust that it is there for you. Whoa! Thank you, Butterfly. Oh my goodness, that was so beautiful. Wow, transformation is just on the edge. So the three cards that came up were the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the message here is that life, the cycles of life and the cycles of nature are inevitable and unavoidable. We have to be thrown up and taken down. We're always going to be going through these cycles. And it's important to see that. It's important to acknowledge that that is inevitable and it's unavoidable. This is just the nature of life. And it asks us to be present with our feelings, to move into a place of witnessing our emotions rather than being attached to them. This I know that can be difficult. But the more we can be present with our emotions and not resist them, but simply let them flow naturally, which is what see how she kind of flows into the water. If we let them flow without judgment, then the transformation and the process comes to hand. And as we do that and we learn to accept our emotions, this inspires us. It inspires us to create the realities that we want. So the message for the third eye is to see what it is life is trying to transform you into. and well, I'll rephrase that. Witness the emotions so that they can transform you. Be present with what it is you're feeling. See them for what they are, and let them inspire you to create that which serves your highest good and greatest joy. That's a message for the third eye. All right, welcome to the throat with our beautiful guide, Giraffe, with here a little piece of turquoise. It may or may not be actual turquoise, but it is a pretty stone, and I hope you resonated with it. So let us see what Giraffe Spirit Wisdom has to say for us today. All right. Giraffe Spirit, see the bigger picture. Giraffe stretches upward to reach the treetops and looks down from a high vantage point. When Giraffe Spirit appears, it is a sign to observe from a higher view in all aspects of your life. It is time to stretch your neck out and beyond your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing, and see the big picture that you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself, look beyond what catches your attention at eye level, and know that not everything is obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. Protection message. Are you sticking your neck out too far, reaching too high instead of looking around you to see conditions on the ground? Your devotion to co-creating something is admirable, but Giraffe Spirit is showing up to remind you that you have to look at the whole picture, not just the tasty leaves at the top of the tree. Perspective is necessary now, and that means checking in with what is going on around you and at your feet. Or perhaps you are ruminating over the worries of the world instead of paying attention to what you can do right now, where you are, so that you can bring about changes that you would like to see in your own world. Align with your highest good, and know that while perspective is important, transformation begins where you are. Do not get so far up in the clouds thinking all about the big problems that you lose perspective and forget to do your part, however small it may be, to start enacting change for transformation, to start enacting changes for transformation begins with you. Powerful message for the throat. The throat energy is also connected to Archangel Gabriel. And what the cards that came out, we had the World, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. And the World is in a period of transformation. How this is connected to the throat is that the throat, like as the blue, and particularly cobalt blue, has to do with divine will. The throat is where the higher energies of the cosmos are spoken into the physical. So energy as it comes down, this is like the real high cosmic energy. This is kind of the router, it brings in the energy. It's like, bop, 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 bop. And then here is where it is spoken. It becomes manifest into the physical world. So the throat and Archangel Gabriel is where the divine cosmic energy makes contact with the physical reality. So what we speak, how we speak, and where we choose to speak, when we choose to speak, is the message here. And as the world is under its transformation phase, and they're, like Giraffe said, oh sweet Giraffe, we can very easily get lost in all the snares of the media, all the snares of all the drama of what's going on, and it becomes very easy to lose our own connection of what wants to come through and be spoken by us. What is it that wants to be spoken by us? And this is what the Knight of Swords are. There are so many ideas, there are so many paradigms out there at the moment, so many perspectives or truths, that it's absolutely chaotic. And the Page of Wands is asking us to really nurture, similar to, I believe it was the Crown, to nurture what is our divine resonance, what is that spark within us that wants to be spoken, and what can my voice enact within my reality? What is my small part? Where is the best use of my voice in this global transformation? Because it's important to always have a sense of humility in surrendering to divine will, that we don't know what the divine plan is. We don't know what the great cosmic plan is. All we can know is our connection to it. And it's important to follow that, no matter how small it may seem, as long as we listen to it and we speak it. That is the only point of reference or judgment, I guess, we can give ourselves, evaluation of ourselves. I personally, for me, I believe that is the only significant form of reference. Are we listening to that message, and are we authentically speaking it best we can in our environment, in our way? And that's the message for the throat. Hello and welcome to the realm of the heart with our beautiful guide, Beaver Spirit, with the always welcome and beautiful rose quartz. So I'm expecting an interesting message for this one with Beaver. Lay a solid foundation. Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about a power living within you that is born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across a river of time, you'll be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and your energy consistent and deliberate, using all your resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with spirit to co-create with you, your success is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way your heart desires. Protection Spirit. Beaver Spirit has come to warn you to check for rotten wood in the foundations of your dreams. Perhaps you built your hopes on faulty promises or wishful thinking that something would work out just because you wanted it to. Maybe you made choices from a place of unworthiness, hoping that once you got what you desired, it would somehow change you and make everything better. And you had to face the truth that it didn't. Or a Beaver Spirit may be telling you that it is time to accept things as they are, and perhaps consider abandoning the project, relationship, or situation so you can make room for something better. Perhaps you need to go back and rebuild a solid foundation, because what you desire may not be in alignment with what your soul intends. Beaver Spirit says you can always get busy and build something fresh and new if the desire is true. All manner of miracles can spring up from a new, strong foundation when you remember your partnership with Spirit. Be clear about what you're building and why, choosing from a place of worthiness, well-being, and wholeness. Self-understanding and acceptance will provide you with a solid blueprint to begin again. Get busy now. Beaver Spirit says this is not a time to procrastinate, but a time to start building again. Always mindful of the foundation you are laying, trusting that Spirit is co-creating with you. Wow, powerful. And this is very interesting considering the cards that came up, because the cards were the King of Swords, which is about discipline, structure, constant applied energy, which will lead to successes. The message here for the heart is that there may be certain desires and things that we are invested in that are kind of satisfying, but there's a doubt. There's a doubt there. The message here is to seek, to look deeper, to make contact with what is the real, authentic, and true sense of satisfaction. What's the next card? The Ace of Wands. Oh, that's exactly the message. My goodness. I just intuitively picked that up. Oh my God, what am I, psychic? What? The Ace of Wands is about our raw passions. It is about the raw energy and spark of that which resonates within us. Things that we desire may not be in alignment with what our heart is truly calling to us. And the Three of Cups is about doubt. It's success. It's a marriage in this card between Eros and Psyche, between our physical love and our spiritual love, more or less between the heart and the mind, the divine mind. So, but there's doubt. It's not complete. It is success, but it's not a full realization. So the message here with Beaver Spirit is to pay attention and make sure that what you are building is in alignment with what truly resonates, and to be, like the messages of the previous higher chakras, to be diligent and honest and see things as they are, so that we can build a firm foundation on that and move with the flow of Spirit, which will be supporting us. This is the power of the heart and the power of this beautiful Beaver Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. That is a message for the heart. Thank you. Welcome to the space of our solar plexus, the fire of our ego, with our wonderful, light-hearted guide, Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time, lucky us, for this beautiful piece of yellow opal. So, lucky time for the solar plexus. This will be interesting. Let us dive deeper. Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. A sunny meadow calls, and Rabbit Spirit appears to lead you out of a dark warren and into the light, so that you can participate in a fertile and beautiful experience. It may seem safe below ground, but the magic happens when you come out and take the risk of being vulnerable and co-creating something new. You are being invited into a new life you have no experience with, but have no fear. Today is also a time to be fruitful and productive as you enjoy Rabbit Spirit's sunny and prolific energy. At this time, whatever you intend to bring to life will find fertile ground. There are no mistakes, really, when you are co-creating with Spirit. So let new ideas spring to the surface, knowing that now is a lucky time of tremendous possibility. Protection message. Vulnerability is required of you now, even if you don't feel safe. Act as if you trust that you will be okay, and soon you will see that you are okay. To create is to take risks. So at this fortunate, fertile time, banish your fears and recognize the real security is in immersing yourself in the process of co-creation. It's okay to admit that you don't really know how to deal with whatever is in front of you. This is where curiosity and not knowing can be a wonderful state of mind. Be playful now, admitting you are at the beginning of something. Come out to frolic in the sun's nurturing light, because it is time to birth something new. Wow, 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 wow. What a message for the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the place of identity. It's where the energy of source creation takes a physical limitation, which is us. It is ourselves. It's also the realm of the ego. The ego is this physical experience. And so what this message from Rabbit Spirit is telling us is that we have things that we want to say, and there are things that we want to act on. We may be very passionate about something, and we're going to kind of assert our perspective over other people. But the message here is, this is because that's an appropriate thing, to speak your truth, but speak it as truthfully as possible. Speak it from a place of vulnerability, even if you don't feel safe, because as you speak from vulnerability and you express your authenticity, then the ego doesn't stop the divine flow of energy. It doesn't stop God's will being expressed through you. Rather, it actually becomes a vehicle. It works with God's flow. This is why the energy we work on coming down and out through that, to come through the heart space, through the source energy, and then out through the solar plexus. The trick is to be vulnerable, to continue acting, to follow that, and to trust the universe and trust your authentic impulse. The three cards that came out were the Ten of Cups, and then we had the Devil, interestingly, and the Ten of Swords. So this is a time of true, beautiful celebration with ourselves and with the universe. When we go out and we express, this is a time of the illusions coming to an end. The illusions within ourselves, and also the illusions in the collective. So the message of vulnerability here is really, really important, because it is through vulnerability that here we have a full and complete relationship where there are no secrets hidden between them. That's what's creating the contentment, that sense of absolute fulfillment, which the Ten of Cups represents. It's absolute emotional fulfillment. That comes when there are no secrets. When secrets, right, which is what the Devil is about, it's about the realm of illusions, when the illusions come to an end. So be vulnerable, be honest, and accept that, act with that, and be playful and vault like the rabbit does into life like that. The illusions have control over us because they're beguiling. They have control over us because we get to hide behind them, and we don't have to be vulnerable. But like the heart was telling us to build sturdy foundations, and the throat the third eye to be honest with ourselves, this is where we will find true satisfaction. This is where we'll find true satisfaction, is when we choose to let go of the illusions, to take off the shackles. They're bound by the illusions, these people dancing to it. They're dancing because it's comfortable, it's fun, they get to hide behind these illusions. But their hands are free. They can free themselves. They can take off these shackles should they choose. And if you choose to be vulnerable, you choose to remove these illusions and to express yourself authentically, vulnerably, as you are, as God wills it, as the divine, as Source wills it. God, I just mean the universal consciousness. That's not God in a religious sense, but in the source of creation, as Source wills it. Sorry, that's just my vernacular. Then we move into a period of absolute satisfaction. That's a message for the solar plexus. And here we are, arrived at the sacral chakra with our mysterious upside down guide, Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured in our sexual... Whoops! Oh no! I'll just go get that. Oh no! Oh, Spirit, is this just another message we all have to understand? What's the message, Spirit? Am I gonna get back there? Is there gonna be a rebirth? Oh my God, am I ever gonna find it? Oh, I always have to live the metaphor, don't I? Where is it? Where could have it gone? Aye. Alright, and we're back here with our orange carnelian jasper, orange jasper. So, that was an interesting irony. A rebirth is assured. I didn't know if I was going to find that stone. So let's see what Bat Spirit has to say to us. After something has run its course and died or been released, finished, surrendered, completed or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from darkness of the womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one. For the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new, amazing life that is forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. Bat Spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed, and things will be in a new form that is right in front of you. Protection message. What are you refusing to let die? Bat Spirit is gently nudging you to let go of your need to cling to the familiar story that has already run its course. A new story is poised to be born. Some dreams were only meant to last for a moment in time. Sometimes they were only there to slow you down as you recalibrated in perception for the new life that will give you what you really want. Perhaps you need to grieve as you say goodbye to something. At least you're saying goodbye to its familiar form. Perhaps you must let go of a part of you that must die so you can be reborn. This temporary time in the dark doesn't have to be scary or sad, though. It doesn't have to be scary or sad, though. That Spirit gives you her powers of perception and awareness as you learn to listen deeply and navigate these unknown caves of temporary emptiness. You will emerge with a new perspective, and Bat Spirit will witness your giving birth to the life that matches the intentions and desires of your heart and soul. Thank you, Bat Spirit. My goodness, what a powerful message. Death and rebirth, particularly in our relationships, with all of these shifting energies, shifting paradigms, everything that's going on in the world. Everyone's world is shifting. The three cards that came out were the Four of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So there is an energy of hesitancy as things are dying, as perceptions are dying, as the way we relate to the world, the way our particular relationships that we have, as they leave us, we become shocked, and we don't actually know what to do with that. We feel unprepared. The real message here that Bat Spirit is giving us is to have faith in the darkness, have trust in the void of potential, that life's intelligence is actually guiding you through to where it is that you are actually meant to be. And it takes it takes a non-typical. We have to listen. We have to listen to life. We have to listen to the natural impulse to grieve. We have to let it go. And I was thinking, like, the bat's sonar. There are ways to sense life that can only be achieved through faith. Have faith in the process. Have faith in the dark. Let the darkness be the womb that will bring the potential that you need. And I say this because we don't know what to do. We don't know. We become very confronted as things are dying. So that's the message for that. You know, but things have to come to an end, and in many ways, it's better that they end this way. And it is scary. It's scary. That's what it's been a long, heavy ordeal. But once it's done, it's done. It's done. And then the spark of life will invigorate you. This rebirth is going to take you into new relationships, new resonance that you will be so excited by that you'll just jump to one to another, just like the solar plexus energy with the rabbit spirit. So have faith, be present, and give yourself time to grieve. It's important to have that space of grieving, because this energy can be very blocked. We don't know what to do, and so we must grieve in order to let the energy flow through us, because this is about blocking the energy. That's what the Four of Swords is about. So that's the message there, letting that grief happen, and the new perspective will emerge. That's the message for the sacral chakra. Last, we come to the root of the matter with the root chakra and our sweet, sweet guide, Bee Spirit. Sweet results await. This beautiful red and iron jasper for the root chakra. Sweet results await. In this period of great transformation, let us see what Bee Spirit has to say. Bee Spirit message is that sweet rewards are on their way if you are willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Bee Spirit knows not to let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. Spirit is always producing honey. Miracles and magic are everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, you are vibrating and buzzing in exquisite harmony with all. Bee Spirit asks that you focus be on connectivity. Your body, heart, soul, and psyche experience total interconnectedness and true integration when you self-forget. When you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness, moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential. You become busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of Bee Spirit, fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself. Your heart opens and creativity rushes through you, seeming without effort, as you experience that nothing feels like work. Because you are being Bee Spirit. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, and time seems to fly by quickly as the hive supports you in the making of honey. Do you feel the presence of your helpers in the hidden realms, adding their energy to your creations? Magical results are taking form and will be sweeter than you expect. Bee Spirit wants you to remember that you are part of the divine partnership with the conscious universe. With the conscious universe, they want you to remember that your part in the divine partnership with the conscious universe is being rewarded, even if you can't see that yet. And it asks that you share your good fortune, as there is plenty of honey for all. Be a part of the larger whole, the force that brings forth all that is sweet and delightful. Protection message. When Bee Spirit comes as your protector, she asks you to be very honest with yourself. Do you want to taste the sweet honey others have been making, but you believe is unattainable for you? Do you wonder how others ended up with so much magical honey when you seem to have none? Have you bought into the illusions of separation and become convinced that you can't have what others in the hive enjoy? Do you separate from the hive to do it all on your own, or to hoard what honey you have, unwilling to trust that there is plenty of support and plenty of sweetness to go around? If you have been overworking or overdoing and have not given yourself any time to enjoy the sweetness of your life, Bee Spirit is telling you to stop and recharge. Perhaps you're afraid that if you don't get something done, it just won't be done or get done. However, even busy bees need to take a break, and when they do, the honey still gets made. So remind yourself that sweetness is everywhere and available to you always when you need it. Beautiful. Such a gorgeous message. The three cards that came out were the Two of Wands, again, Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, again in the third position. The root chakra is our survival chakra, and because of all the enormous issues that are going on in life at the moment, it is so easy to fall into a survival mindset. And what that survival mindset, that root primal energy within us does is it collapses us with our ego, with our solar plexus. The solar plexus becomes heightened, and it essentially blocks the flow of divine energy, cuts it off just below the heart, so that we survive, and that we become completely focused on this reality. So the advice here from Spirit with the Two of Wands is to really pay attention to that thing in your life that you truly resonate with. No matter what you're going through, what is your resonance? What is it that you resonate with? It might be a piece of music. It might be a person. It might be a joy. Find that resonance and be focused on it. Because too easily we, when we're confronted with this primal survivalness, we want to block ourselves. We want to not acknowledge it. We want to, we don't feel prepared to acknowledge it. But when we find our resonance, we begin to feel the interconnectedness of being a part of the hive. We begin to feel the universe that we are a part of. And this is what is truly invigorating us. This is where our fire to thrive, not just survive, comes from. That's what this Ace of Wands is about. And it is this fire, this divine fire, to have your being, your timeline, your essence, your actions ablaze with your divine will of what it is that you are resonating with, is where the sweet licking energy of the universe will become present to you. And this is the message for the root chakra. Many blessings.